guys, welcome back to another episode. Oh well, this episode is going to be a wild one, I reckon, because the Suzuki is hooked up to the trailer, and this is our trailer we normally tow with the V8, but we're hooking the Suzuki up to it today, and it's the trailer is going to be our new boat trailer for this rig over here, because the bearing has collapsed in the little boat trailer, and we're keen to use the boat, so we're going to lift this boat off its little trailer and put it on here and tow it with the Zook. So it's going to be pretty crazy. We're going to chuck the dogs in, go up the river, and this time of year up this river, a lot of the times you get a hell of a lot of pigs, so hopefully a few pigs will be rooting up the banks, and we'll cruise up there. There's a heap of big crocs in this river, so we've got to be careful, but we'll cruise up and hopefully smack a few pigs, so stay tuned.
Crocs don't eat shit.
That's why they'll only eat you. The Suzuki loves it. She's unstoppable, this old girl. So we're just going to get the dogs, get the trackers, and send it. So stay tuned. After that, the croc. Oh well, we've just chucked the boat in and cruising up the river now, getting up into the freshwater section where there hopefully should be plenty of pigs and barra. We've got the rods in, just in case the pigs aren't firing. We'll flick a few snags. We always do pretty well on the barras up here, and yeah, just go from there. We've got the dogs loaded up in the boat. We've got Blue, Blackie and Blaze. And we're hitting the bottom here. They've got the balers. It's a bit hot today, so trying to avoid the luggers in the summer. It's just too hot for them, but with the balers, they're more of a working dog breed, and they go a lot harder for a lot longer in the summer months. So hopefully, wish us luck, we'll get a few, so stay tuned. You need a little rope to tie the boat up, because sometimes you see pigs on the side of the bank. You gotta be quick and just tie the boat up and jump out with the dogs, but we have no rope on the front of the boat, so we've bodged up a bit of leader that we'll tie onto the trees when we see some pigs. So hopefully the boat doesn't float away, otherwise we'll be in trouble. Hopefully it's not shallow. As we're progressing up the river, the dogs, I can see it's getting a little bit thicker up in the bush here, and the dogs are just heads up sniffing a lot more. So hopefully when we see them real keen to just pull up, throw them on the bank and throw them straight out, hopefully just whack a pig right there. Get up there, eh? I don't flat Mickey or no? Hey, nah. That's pumping, eh? Dogs, we've just stopped. The dogs are going ballistic, and there's fresh digging all here, so I don't reckon we're gonna have to wait long before these dogs find a pig, hopefully. Oh, they're down, they're to the left. They're to the left. Yeah. Get him, get him. Get him. Juggernaut boy. Dinner tonight, boys. Get him dinner tonight, boys. So yeah, a bit of cheap dog food. Hopefully I can see the bank right here. Oh well, first pig of the day. We're just cruising up the river, and a bit of wind was coming off the banks, and the dogs were sniffing a little bit, so we wheeled into the bank, dropped them. They weren't real keen right at the start for the first sort of 20 meters, and they must have just got that wind boosted straight up this gully here. Went up in there, and then we were on. Dogs hit them once, about 250 meters up, and they must have blew him out onto a flat and then pulled him up in the open. So he come under me. I had the rifle, he come under me, and just put a shot straight to his head. But we'll keep pushing up this bit of a creek. I've just wallowed up in the creek because it's friggin' hot, but it's just starting to cool down for the dogs. So we'll keep moving up, and hopefully there's another little spot up here that always holds a good pig. So hopefully we'll get another one there. And just smacked this nice little boy on the riverbank. It's got little sharp hooks, but we've got the bailers, they got nowhere near him. So we're gonna knock a couple legs off for the dogs a bit later and keep going, see if we can get a few more. Oh, my ass is winking. I reckon we might have to. Yeah, or do we just be mad dogs and snoring? I reckon dragging down there. What they do to the creek sides. Oh yeah, root it up. No. Might be using that again. No, I don't think so. Chuck it here. It's not as accurate. Is that GoPro on? Yep. Yeah, I did. Hit him! Hit him! Dog! Have a go at that. Split him. Now this is definitely not ideal to use this rifle again, but I checked the barrel. Everything that was in the end of it kind of tripped over and must have put a bit of mud up the end of it. And she just back pressured and boom! So, yeah, so it's the end of it, but we got the ball, big ball. Now I gotta buy a new gun. Oh well, that was a bit of a show. Like we'd walk for a little bit after the boat, and then dogs got on. I thought I'd cut Cameron off because I heard the dogs come down the creek, and I just wall of vines. I was like, I'll jump through, land, and the gun got hooked up, come down. It fucking I don't even know what hit me. Maybe the nose of it. Yeah. No. Nose of it hit me in the foot. There was no bullet in the chamber or anything, but it just must have fucking jammed in the mud, and then yeah, she split.
So I got to get a new gun now, or somehow replace that. But
The barrel, yeah.
yeah, if any of you know about guns, can you replace a barrel on the Marlin? So yeah, drop a comment. Well, we got this nice little spotty hooky bore out of the split gun barrel. That's crazy. So Cameron sort of come up around. I thought I was going to take a shortcut, and the bank's so slippery this time of the year. It's wet as, and went to jump down and slipped. And I think the top of the gun or the bottom of the gun, it would have been the top, come down and hit me in the foot. Boom, jammed in the mud. I didn't realise. I sort of stopped and brushed the mud off in the creek, come up, lined the pig up, and just boom. And I was like, pig was just still there, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm looking, the barrel was just split in two. So
we might be able to chuck a slow-mo shot in there because I was standing right behind.
We'll have a look at it, but yeah.
So, long story short, what do you...
Don't shoot with mud in your end of your barrel. Mythbusters, we proved it. They split your barrel in half.
Yeah. We're just walking back to the boat, and would have been 30-40 meters from where we were just videoing that boar that we got, and Blackie and Blue floated out, hit a pig, blazed right up their tail, and now they've gone out 400. So if they pull it up,
I'll be surprised.
Well, we'll be surprised, but also we're probably gonna have to use that shit gun again, because we won't get them off once they're on it. So we'll see how we go. Well, we just jumped back in the boat. Biggest run ever. Chasing the dogs. Dogs went like 600 meters, but blew it. Old Bluey, he had it.
Bluey blew it.
Bluey blew it. He had it. He hit it. Heard him bark once, and then that was it. So they run 600 meters chasing after it, and that was the end of it. So,
and I blew it too.
Yeah. So we're back in the boat, and the new plan is, now that the gun's busted like Connor's,
I blew it.
you know what? Well, we might go fishing. So we've got the rods in the boat. We'll sling the dogs in, and we'll flick a few snags on the way back. But I'm thinking it's going to be a hairy trip back, because we're coming up in the current, and it was just pushing the boat. The motor was flat out getting up it. So going back down it, that could be some dramas. So hopefully we don't flip the boat, but there's plenty of crocs in this water, so we don't want that. But we've
got no gun now either.
Yeah, no gun to protect ourselves, so we'll cruise down and see how we go. Right, we've just pulled up before this. Probably one of the worst parts of the crossings that we have to go through. It's all white water and running hard as. Game plan is we're going to aim for the middle one. It's shallow and runs a bit slower, and just go from there, and just hopefully we don't end up in the timber and then the current pushes against us and we just roll a boat into the croc water and dogs go everywhere. So let's send it and see what happens. She's a bit shallow, but it's coming into a massive running area. We tried to avoid that bit of a running area, and hopefully we don't slam into the banks down here. So as soon as we get into the deep water, we're dropping that motor and sending it. Got him. Go on. Stuck. Righto, crank her down. Hope she starts. And then stick her right to the left. Which way?
Trying to get off the
Pump it. Oh, we've nailed this. Pump it straight left way. There's a white water. We got him. Pump him. That's something around the guy.
Oh, I just finished flying around on the drone and had a bit of a flick for a barra here and just a bit of a back eddy, but no good, not even a bite. Probably when we drove in, we might have spooked the school if they were sitting there. They're a bit doughy today, but we're gonna start cruising back down the river, and hopefully no stacks in the boat.
Oh well guys, 2 cracker boards out of the boat for the day and 1 blown up gun. So can't get much better than that, can you? What are you going to go and fix it up, are you?
Yeah, I have to go in the lure shop and see what they can do for me, eh? I need a gun.
Oh well, we'll get that sorted. Connor's going on another trip in about a few days, so that'll be off his head barra fishing session. But stay tuned for that video, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.